Hi, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where are you joining us. Today, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Zuleika Toscano. I am the sales manager of Pertisol. Today we have prepared a new webinar. This new webinar has the objective to share three different point of views from three different prestigious European companies joining us from Finland, from the Netherlands, and from Italy. So we have Iris Keinanen from Finland. She is working in the company Latapiste. Latapiste is an LBT company, a vinyl coating company, with more than 40 years experience in the Finnish marketing. We also have Hans ter Hart from the Netherlands. Hans is the managing director of Leox and Prince Van Orange, a flooring company that works and advises architects, interior designers, and designers on a functional and aesthetic level. And finally, joining us from Italy is Massimo Comoletti. Massimo is an architect and CEO of EcoDesign, a company that supplies flooring, wall tiles, fabrics, and acoustic panels. They work with very renowned architects in Italy. And we all are facing in this world some new challenges coming from the Covid-19 situation. And this situation has forced us to rethink about things in life, such as the way we relate, how we work, and basically this has even changed our daily habits. I would like to talk more about workspaces, which are the places where we spend most of our times. I can say that maybe the 80 or 90% of our times we spend in closed spaces. And once we came out from confinement, the holidays finally ended. Now we are trying to retake our daily routine, no? And this implies to make changes, refurbishments, and spaces adaptations. So, just to start, I would like to have a different point of view from the redesign to the spaces, how we are adapting to social distancing, how the choices of different materials are being taken. And I would like to have your experiences from your customers, from your marketing, from your markets, your countries. How are they facing these changes and all these challenges, basically from the point of view of the redesign of the public spaces, such as the workspaces. So Iris, if you would like to share us how's this going on in the Finnish market?
Yes, thank you, Zuleika. First, thank you for inviting me along to this discussion. It's really something our customers ask a lot, what they can do. And as we all know, the offices have been planned to bring people together to innovate and share ideas, and that is the biggest challenge at the moment, how to keep people apart enough, but also feel connected. So it's really tricky. If you have many people working in small places, you have to still find some more space. So it's how to adapt to that. So basically you have to have movable furnitures and try to take shifts if some people work at home and some people work at office to have more space, and how to support that virtual work also as a teamwork.
And Hans, how this is challenging or changing, or your customers facing all this situation currently, going back to the workspaces if they are? How is the Netherlands feeling this?
People are going back to the office. That is what we face at the moment. What they do a lot in especially the bigger companies is that there are 2 or 3 shifts. inside bigger offices, which means there is a shift which is going to work in the office on Monday, Tuesday, and then on Wednesday they clean up the whole office. So they disinfect the whole office area, and then on Thursday, Friday you've got a shift which is working on the office. The challenges our architects are asking us is more challenging about the fact is that we're more talking about well-being instead of, and that is part of sustainability, of course, as sustainable business. And what architects are asking us, and our customers are asking us, is what is your product giving an extra for the people at the workplace. That will be a main thing for the upcoming years, because we expect, and that's what also the Dutch government is telling us, we will be back the before Covid-19 economy will be back over maybe 4 or 5 years. So there's a huge challenge for all of us, also in our industry, is to get back to that level. But the world will never be the same again, because we need to have 1.5 meter distance, which gives us extra challenges also in the offices. And is that going to be zoning? A different kind of materials, using different kind of materials in the same room, or will it be more a room, just a room where you live in, so you have bigger spaces where you can meet up? It is still a question, but what we see the trend is that well-being. So what is the product doing an extra for me, myself, and I, and for the person around me, and facing the challenges of getting routings into the office.
Well, just to have the situation from Italy, Massimo, how are the things going in Italy?
The things that's changed from day to day with the COVID. We suddenly have seen everything closing, very, very tough, because everything has changed from one day to the other. So people were trapped at home, and they were forced to live in a different way. So what has changed is the social life, the way to relate to people, how to live alone, and how to survive in a small space, communicating to the world in a different way. So it was during the lockdown was introduced the smart working that in other countries was more common. In Italy was at the moment quite unusual. So already started with the smart working, and the people are becoming more and more confident with this. Obviously, business-wise, has very badly affected the market, because Italy was one of the worst country in terms of coronavirus. Coronavirus was very, very present, and we had to handle it. The government had to handle it not in an easy way. The lockdown was very long, and the activities, including our business, was definitely badly affected. People were scared, and that nobody at that time wanted to invest it in our business if we're talking about flooring.
So, well, actually, like getting back to the workspaces, are real changes being done? No, like asking different materials, asking different resistance. What are like the specific inquiries that the market is asking? No, in case of, for example, no, I don't know, Iris, if something is being requested, specifically requested.
This is what we're living at the moment. At that time, everything was stopped. Now there's a time where architects are thinking about a new way of creating spaces. Social life has changed. Before we were living in crowded areas, traveling was not a problem. So a busy place was probably the best in terms also of environment, discos and pubs and restaurants and so on. While now that this has changed, so it's the target of architects and designers to create spaces that are much more careful on creating spaces which are safe for people. Safe in terms of the air they breathe, and this is possible with designing differently everything, starting from furnitures going to floors. So the design will be different, and the materials they will be made. We need to be what to say, to be antibacterial, antimicrobial, easy to clean, because one product can be antimicrobial, but it doesn't mean that this is safeness 100%. That cleaning and sanification is what people need to do. So the product that will be required from refurbishing space will be probably antimicrobial products, which so far are not 100% certain for fighting coronavirus, because so far, as far as I know, none of the materials are against coronavirus. They cannot protect from coronavirus. Yes. So we can produce antibacterial or antimicrobial floors. Together with that, we need to give a product that are easy to clean and to sanitize, so that the cleaning needs to be easy and in a way that easy to do, and that they don't affect the product.
Yeah, and for example, in Finland, it is there something specific that the market is asking about the materials?
Yes, a bit same issues that mentioned, easy to clean, but also I would like to add one point of view, how to guide workers through markings on the floor, or using colors for the zoning, and so people are asking now floor materials with different colors in same texture and easy to clean, so that we can make markings and zonings. And also it is a benefit if we have something floating materials, like Fit Nice with the Tic Tac stickers, and that is something that you can modify when you have a different zoning. So with the colors and different color tiles, they are asked at the moment.
Well, this is basically to make like a differentiation of the zoning, but without making physical barriers, no? I understand that this is something that must be kept and taking care, no? Not to do all these spaces separate and changing the design. Hans, and your experiences, that your market is asking especially for something, despite the antibacterial that we understand now that we need to use this type of materials that are more requested, but something, any other specific thing to the materials in the Netherlands, maybe?
Now, exactly what my colleagues are telling is that antibacterial is very important, of course, and the Tic-Tac system will also help in using lesser glue. And if you are using lesser glue, it's also for the environment in the room. It's going to be better, so because it will have it will fade away. So if you use glue then there will be a glue sense also in the room. So tic-tac is, of course, a very good situation with it. But also think about rocks, for example. So if you now have a concrete floor or a liquid floor, and you want to have a little bit more stable product, so you can also make rocks with tic-tacs. So zoning, so getting into zoning, which is also possible. And what the colleagues tell me from as well Italy as from Finland is that using different colors in the same product. And so the same structure, but then using different colors to have the separate zones. So for example, if you still have the big open office, which we used to have, and I don't know exactly if that's going to change, yes or no, but the several different departments, so for example, legal, justice, booking department, in-house sales, or whatever department it will be, that needs to be zoned. Mm-hmm. So it will, the old open office, 1, 2, or 3 colors in using in the same room, that will disappear.
About this new sensitive that has coming from us, because it's not that the products didn't exist before with all these properties, no? Obviously, all this is encouraging the industry such as Vertisol to have a range of products a little bit more and working more in the sustainable, in the safest products. But I think that this has to be more sensitive to the final users. Well, I don't know if you have something else about to include about the properties that currently our products have that can be helpful in the new design of the spaces. Iris, Hans, maybe.
Yes, I can add something. Also, our customers have been asking like a hospitality feeling to the office, because it relieves the stress. As said before, this is a stressing era we are living. So we have to create as home-like or cozy atmosphere as we can to really relieve the stress at the workplace. So nice fabrics that have the hospitality feeling is really good for that. And at the same time, it's really easy to clean. So it's a perfect match.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know if you have something else, Hans, to add about our products, and because you have already in the Netherlands have been doing this mixture of spaces, of colors.
You have seen your latest view on LinkedIn, eh?
Yes.
There was a very nice project, the Rise. Of my colleagues on the other side already saw that project.
Yeah.
It is vinyl flooring, but then combined, so the woven vinyl together with another manufacturer. But it gives a very high class attitude to the building by itself. People like the way of zoning. So they're using different textures, but in a sort of in the same colorway. The architect who designed it, that was a little bit, it was pre-COVID. But what we see over there is that what we hear also from the people who live in the building is that they think it helps them to take distance. Mm-hmm. As if we are standing on a black carpet, for example, then it's easy that people come together. But if there is a zoning in between using 2 kinds of colors or 2 kinds of materials, it is easier to get the zoning or the 1.5 meter, which we talk about in Holland the whole day, will be easier also in the offices. Yes, yeah. What would be helpful, and what helpful is that the anti-fumus and the antibacterial reports you have as a company, if we send out a quotation or an architect want to make a quotation with our products or prescribe our products, and we are using your reports about the antibacterial and the antifumus, it really helps us to get the order. So that's good. It's good. So that's fine.
Well, no, thank you so much. I really appreciate all your points of view, because since our commercial point of view, we always like have this like a regular argument about our products and when we present them, but hearing this from you at the same forum, that you also have the inputs from the market really help us like to gather what is important and to make an important announcement about our products that will be products that are safe, manufactured with the most safest components in the formulation of our own PVC, our own yarn, the antibacterial properties, also the ability to be mixed between them and also with another materials in terms of sonification. This is something that we need to put on the table as an advantage, and also that it is removable, because now we need to make all these non-permanent maybe spaces, and the durability and the easy to clean besides its own properties. So, well, finally, to close this webinar session, I would like to have some final thoughts from your side in order to leave this message to the customers, to all the viewers about what we are doing and facing in terms of this proposal with new materials. So first, Iris, if you have some final thoughts about our webinar session.
It's really interesting to share the ideas, and I think in general we just have to encourage our customers to ask for advice, and let's plan together and find a solution, because we have really good materials available. And my final thought is like the office is not going anywhere. It changes a bit, but we have to adapt, and we will find a way.
Okay, thank you. Hans, your final thoughts?
Let us hope that there will be a serum at the end of the year starting next year. So the whole of us, everybody sitting behind a table and behind this microphone, and that there will be a serum will be available. So 60% of the total population in Europe will have an antivirus in them. And then the world starts getting normal, back to normal again. Because in Holland we're not as good at distance. You like to meet up with people. And if you see it, for example, the first 6 weeks nobody came to the office, but after 6 weeks, and now I'm talking for ourselves, we really wanted to meet up. And so to get all the team meetings and all whatever meeting it was, we are human, and human like to connect with human people, but that's what it is, and we will survive, of course.
Yeah. Well, finally, Massimo, your final thoughts.
Yes, here I am. In history of humanity, many bad things happened. Millions of people are dead from disease, and humanity has survived. I think that not bad things sometimes help to improve. So I think this is one opportunity for humanity and for industries in this case to improve themselves, to make a better world. I think COVID has shown the weakness of humanity in a global market, in a global world, in a global traveling, and man was not ready to fight it. Now we know this is the situation, now it's COVID. One day maybe it will be something different. So I would take this opportunity as an industry to make it better and better, to improve their products, for a better world, for our customers and for future generations.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate your time. It's been a pleasure having you here, because besides being professionals in your fields, very good partners, I think that we are very good friends from Vertisol since a long time ago. I wish you all the best, and I really look forward to meet you soon because, as Has says, we are humans and we need to be close. I really hope to meet you soon. And another thing to our viewers and our customers, if you would like to have more local information or assistance, send us an email to mkt@vertisol.es, and then we will send all the inquiries to our different partners, fitness partners along the world. Thank you very much for your time. Take care and see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye bye.